Huh? 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 Durr. Hey now, and welcome down to KC Toy Reviews. We're here today with a buyer pass episode of C3-P0 and Electro. So let's dive right in. Boo! Boom. You like that? We don't have the official announcement picture first. So I want to preface by saying some of the pictures you are seeing are a combination of Reddit and group pictures that I've kind of scoured through today. So apologize if your name's not credited. I think we can see the guy in the top right of this one. Yeah. This is AMAIM, something like that. But again, apologize if I don't have you credited. I think the other pictures do credit. So we're gonna start by going through the pictures first, and then we'll kind of jump into opinion. So we'll go from there. So picture one, not bad. We have C3-PO, Attack of the Clone Wars, Episode 2. Kind of cool. I guess this is a good one to kind of, how do we say, start with what our opinions are. That's cool. We have a battle damage C3-PO. Might be the best one that we have out there. I'll admit, Hot Toys is always the best. It'll probably be the best one we have out there. Here we have this one here, and I think we have the credit in the bottom left corner. I just want to make sure everybody's always credited on these. Pretty cool. Battle damage C3-PO, R2-D2. Pretty cool. And then here we have the official, dare we say teaser, not announcement, but the teaser. Boom. This was announced by Hot Toys. I've taken the picture, lightened it up a little bit, and I think people have taken it to the next level and lightened it up like 3-4 times. Here's where we're going to stick to what we have from Hot Toys officially. I'm very disappointed. Very disappointed. May the 4th is soon upon us. In the announcement that we have from Hot Toys is C3-PO and R2-D2. What reality are we living in? And the only reason I want to stress that, and the only reason I'm a little bit up in arms, I see people today going goddamn crazy about this announcement. I'm led to believe a couple things. Either A, you're new to the game, which is good. It's not a bad thing. If you're new to 1/6 scale, I could see how this could excite you. A weathered C3-PO, R2-D2, possibly die-cast. Yeah, I get that 100%. The second up is those pre-programmed individuals who every single Hot Toys Star Wars announcement, oh my God, this is so good. This is so good. Can't believe sharing every announcement. It's just, I'm sorry, I don't want to be that naysayer out there, but it's getting old. Every single announcement that Hot Toys makes is the best in the world. That's not true. We have groups out there and opinions out there that say otherwise. That I do have another video up right now. Opinions are just getting shattered unless it's a positive opinion. They're just getting axed. Psh, psh, you shut your mouth unless it's positive. But yeah, I think the message right now is that we're getting a lackluster announcement by Hot Toys. Now, keep in mind, this is a teaser. We're probably going to get the official announcement in a few days. But C3-PO, R2-D2, nah. I'll be honest. Here's the first reaction as I started to see this picture and the announcement. Here was my reaction. Oh. I'm sorry. Are you still there? Yeah, that's right. I fell asleep because it was such a boring announcement that I just couldn't believe this was our May the 4th announcement. Now hear me out here. Hear me out, community. And I know you're with me on what I'm about to say. If we had even the shadow of Cad Bane, take these two boring ass characters that we've seen for the last 40, 50 years, take them out of the equation, bink, bink. If we had even the shadow of Cad Bane in some type of quote or teaser, I would have crapped my pants. Now, here's where the road splits. We have Cad Bane, we have R2-D2, and C3-P0. And in the middle of the road, we have Hot Toys. Now, the only possible reason we could have went the route of C3-P0 and R2-D2 is money. You know, a business decision. Maybe they know that just financially, R2-D2 and C3-P0 are going to sell. And I'm just saying this, maybe double the amount that a Cad Bane would sell. Maybe that's the reason. Oh man, it was almost like an announcement you're waiting to happen. I was waiting for Cad Bane. I was so sure of it. We were going to hear about Cad Bane, especially after all the hype of Boba Fett. I was waiting for it. And we get C3-PO and R2-D2. Come on. The hell is this? Boring. Now, the only reason I again want to stress this, C3-PO, we have several variations of C3-PO. Several, from plastic to die cast. Maybe Hot Toys hasn't hit that yet, but who gives a crap? I don't even know if the untrained eye would be able to tell the difference between a Sideshow or the Bandai die cast one that's out there. Nobody's gonna know. R2-D2, I mean, there's a bunch of R2-D2s out there, so it's basically just a copy and paste for the R2-D2. So that was a cheap ass route. The next question: is this a 2-pack, or are we buying these guys individually? Again, I'm not even sure I really give a crap, but as they're announcing these together, I would pray that we are not buying these a la carte. If you are a new time 1/6 scale investor, man, I would feel so bad if you had to buy these a la carte, especially if we're announcing them in one individual picture as is. So, Hot Toys, you did me wrong. If you are a community member and you think this is a good announcement, you know, I can't stress enough. I embrace that. I understand everybody has their opinions on things, but what have we been around since 2000? Hot Toys, we've been around since 2000. It's 22 years later, and our special announcement is C3-PO and R2-D2. You had 22 chances over the past 22 years on May the 4th to impress us. And your special announcement is C3-PO and R2. So I'm sorry. I'm not going to keep harping on that too much. I mean, they're great characters. They are classic characters. I totally understand it if it excites you, but I don't know. Here's my final reaction. So I'm going to look at this picture and give you my reaction. So, okay, here we go. Oh my God. I fell asleep. Looking at this picture because it's so boring. Nobody wants C3-PO. We wanted Cad Bane. Or what's the Wookiee? The Wookiee? We would have went crazy if you announced the Wookiee from the Boba Fett series. Cad Bane, the Wookiee. My God, I would have went nuts. Here's the other. I'm not going to go on a rant of it. No matter what you announce, we got 2-3 years away. Hot Toys, you got to figure that out. We got to reel these estimated arrival times of these figures of 2 to 3 years. Is getting out of control. 2 to 2.5 years is freaking nuts. But yeah, announce us the Wookiee. Announce us Cad Bane with a 1.5 year, maybe even a 1 year wait. Maybe I'm optimistic. 1 year wait. We would have went bonkers. Anyways, I'll stop my rant on these two. Let's go ahead and move along. Let's see here. Boom. Bada bing. Oh, no, I'm not there yet. Hold on. Give me one moment here. Okay. So next up, let me make sure. My wife showed me earlier that I completely fucked up the screwed up the cast. I completely screwed up the cast earlier. But I think I can see this. And by the way, I'm brand new at casting. If there's a better way that I should be doing this, please let me know. You know, I really stress that. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but this is the best way that I can kind of share my opinions on things. So, to the best of my knowledge, this is the way I'm going to do it for now. So, second up, we have Electro. Let me preface by saying, amazing. I mean, Electro, Hot Toys, Spider-Man, No Way Home. That combo is insane. Jamie Foxx, one of the best actors out there, an insane combo. This thing is, I just can't stress enough, amazing. Now, some of the downfalls, which I want to say is very rare nowadays in the 1/6 community. I have a video up that now. You get skewered if you do not have positive opinions. You get skewered out there. We do have a group in the info in the comment section below. Please join the group, give us your opinions, share your videos. I just can't stress enough. The point of the group is to really share what you're doing out there, and support the love of everybody else. So especially your opinions. But anyways, the reason I kind of preface by that is we have a dynamic stand. Wonk, wonk. Hot Toys. I get it. Dynamic stands are cool. And let me kind of back up a little bit. I don't know who the hell it was. Forgive me, but I'm gonna put you on the spot. Some dude today I heard on a live cast saying 90% of us want live stands or dynamic stands. Forgive me. 90% of us want dynamic stands. To me, that's one of the stupidest comments I've ever heard. Dynamic stands are good for one thing only, and that's pictures. Now, if you are not taking crazy ass pictures and you just want this guy on your shelf for the next 2 to maybe 5 years, a dynamic stand is not the way to go. This thing is going to wrap around his waist. We can actually see it right here. So you see right where the mouse is going here, a little hand here. Oh, right here, we can see the dynamic pose is actually, or the dynamic stand is grabbing his waist there. The reason I hate that is 9 times out of 10, it actually damages your figure. Let's take Superman, for instance, Hot Toy Superman. It destroyed the waist. Sometimes it'll actually almost grab it to it where what it feels like an adhesive, depending on your culture, depending on your climate. And it'll actually pull off of the sides of it and it'll just like destroy the figure. So, man, can't believe that we are only getting a dynamic stand. Now, Hot Toys companies out there, I can't remember what figure it is, but I do know that we have received stands before where if you know how a dynamic stand works, we actually have a waist grabber that slides down a metal pole on the back. Now, why not give us that choice? Dynamic stand, a waist grabber, we can grab it from the back, but why not let us slide that off and then we slide down a crotch grabber, a U-shaped grabber that slides down and let us keep it in a museum pose. This figure right here all day long shouts at me longevity, except for the stand, the clothes, and we'll talk about this in a little bit, the non-seamless joints. So we have exposed joints on here, but that's better for longevity. But the materials on this thing, overall, this thing could probably last 5 to 10 years. This dynamic stand, I don't know. It kicks it down a little bit. I get it. The way this pose looks for cool ass photos makes 100% sense. Here's the next thing we need to think about. If we put this in an IKEA DTOF with the height that he's already at, is this even going to fit in our DTOFs? 90% of us out there have DTOFs. So when you're throwing these dynamic stands and you're trying to be all cool, well, yeah, it makes sense if we're getting badass photos. But when we display this in this pose specifically, the question would be, and I'd be curious, you can comment below, would this even fit in our DTOF in this pose right here? I would say that it actually wouldn't. I would say that based off of the height that he's lifted off of the stand, this would not. The Spider-Man classic suit video game series, all the crap and the scorpion tail that came with, trying to jam that in my DTOF was insane. So, you really got to think about that, Hot Toys. Are we going to be constantly taking crazy photos, or are we going to store this in a safe spot forever? Personally, I'm going to put this in a safe spot in a museum pose for years upon years. Now, let's kind of zoom in. Here's a good picture to show why. Look at this material on here. Now, you can't see, they're really clever. I don't even know if I can see an exposed joint on any of these. Do I see it there? We can kind of see it there. Now there's a little line, if you can see right on that joint right there. These are exposed joints. Now, wow, for starters, look at this picture. This suit looks incredible. The detail is next level. One of the best parts of the movie, I think Electro is a phenomenal character. In recent memory, we can say 3-0 with the Snake Eyes or Storm Shadow, or maybe even Hot Toys, Gamora, Wanda, Scarlet Witch, stuff like that. They have all these seamless bodies on them. And my God, if we can even think of Blitzway, the, oh my God, what's the name of that movie with Keanu Reeves? I'm forgetting it right now, where they play the guitars and stuff, but the bodies were just awful. They start to tear on them. So the fact that we did go for a exposed joint versus a seamless joint, I think Hot Toys is very smart. Very, very smart on this. I think a figure like this with cloth, as far as the material on it, exposed joints, dare I say 5 to 10 years of longevity if we put this on our shelves. And I mean that. With everything on here, we have 5 to 10 years of longevity on this thing. This could sit safely on our shelves. Seamless joints, our seamless bodies, they tear. They have a tendency to just look like crap, especially if you bend them at the elbow. They seem to kind of bunch up and crunch up. They don't look as good as I think that this could. If you get this in the right pose and you get a right bend on this guy, you're not even going to see the exposed joints. So as far as, again, my preference, they did us justice by going this route. Here's the next thing. Whew! This excites me. We have the classic Electro mask on this guy. Now, I have this already up. Let me do a little back and forth here. Boom! Ba-doom. Oh, I didn't mean to hit that button. Ba-doom. Boom, boom. We're going back and forth. Poof, poof, poof. Look at this. Oh, man. They did us justice by including this mask. That is just straight up ripped from the comics. Look at that. We even have the exact amount of 5 points on there. I know the thing right now with this Hot Toys releases, the Jamie Foxx head sculpt is amazing. I have a difference of opinion on that. It's more of a 7.2 out of 10. I think it's actually a mix of Mike Tyson. That's just my opinion. Google classic younger Mike Tyson. Let's see if we can quickly, right down to the hairline on this guy. We got a classic Mike Tyson right there. And I get it. There's Jamie Foxx there as well. Had I shown this to my wife earlier, do I think that she would pinpoint that this was Jamie Foxx? It's a toss-up. Now, I'm not saying that it is bad. I can see Jamie Foxx there. Does this look like Jamie Foxx from No Way Home? No, definitely not. Does this look like Jamie Foxx? Yeah, I suppose it does look like Jamie Foxx. But I see Mike Tyson, Jamie Foxx, Electro. I kind of see a mix of all of that there. I don't think it's a bad thing. I just think it's more of a 7.2 out of 10. God, I've been seeing these ridiculous comments of this is the best head sculpt out there, second to the Boba Fett Tamora Morrison head sculpt. Kudos to you. I don't know what the hell you're smoking, but this is not even close to the authenticity of what Hot Toys pulled off of the Boba Fett head sculpt. That was amazing. That thing is close to a 10. I mean, that's like a 9.3 out of 10. Very close. This, as far as a Jamie Foxx, I get it. I think you're running off of excitement. I mean, personally, I think that's what happens to a lot of people. We see this, and we're just like, oh my God, I need to tell everybody this is the greatest Jamie Foxx head sculpt ever. Like, oh my God, this is so good. This is the greatest Jamie Foxx head sculpt. It's not the greatest Jamie Foxx head sculpt. Is it good? Yeah. It's just not the greatest. As I mentioned before, this here, I mean, this is how I'm gonna display this guy. I don't know who the hell would display him otherwise because this is Electro. However, I kind of get it if you want to display him otherwise, with this Jamie Foxx head sculpt. And not to go down a too much of a tangent and a segue on this, but how good was Jamie Foxx's Electro? Amazing. Kind of tinkered that edge of always wanted to be bad. He was that guy that you were a little bit nervous about through the movie, that he was just going to constantly do something wrong. Obviously, it was him and Green Goblin that tinkered the edge and did stuff wrong there. But man, what a fantastic representation of Electro Jamie Foxx pulled off. Amazing actor. What he did in the movie as Electro was amazing. I can't wait to have this on my shelf. Very, very excited that Hot Toys has even given us this opportunity. And to be honest, I don't even mind the Amazing Spider-Man 2 Jamie Foxx Electro. It was kind of weird that he was blue, but from my understanding, and I don't know this, but I've heard that there are blue variations of Electro in the comics. So, just to know, I didn't mind that. The movie was a piece of crap garbage thing. I want to stress that. The Amazing Spider-Man 2, fantastic beginning, weird little rant. If you've ever watched the first 5 minutes, it pans off of Spider-Man's back as he's diving into the city with amazing music. One of the best intros to a Spider-Man movie ever. I would challenge you to watch that again if you don't know what I'm talking about. But beyond that, piece of crap movie. No Way Home, masterpiece. All the villains, especially Jamie Foxx, really fantastic villain in there. So really excited that we have this. And as we start to round this out, disappointed with the stand. I really wish we had a U-shaped crotch grabber on this guy. But overall, I mean, I'm really excited for this. Look at how badass this final kind of representation and sculpt and mask look on this guy. I can't stress enough. I will be getting this guy. I will immediately display him and review him once he's in. The disappointing part of that, and that's why I wanted to zoom back out, July 23 to December 2000. Oh my God. Hot Toys. You're killing us. You really got to do us a little more justice, push these out faster, especially a figure like this. It looks kind of simple. I couldn't imagine this really taking that long, but anyway, that's a conversation for another day. For us here today, KC Toys, signing off. Next time, what are we at? 21 minutes. I didn't rant too long. Electro and my God, forgot the other guy that we were already talking about. C3-P0 and R2-D2. My God, long night. I'm sorry. Electro, C3-P0, R2-D2. We might not have an official announcement on those guys, so it's kind of like a pre-buyer pass, but my guess is based off the post from Hot Toys is it's coming. So C3-P0, R2-D2, buyer pass. That's a pass. That's a boring announcement. We don't need that. We wanted Cad Bane or the Wookiee. Well, of course we wanted the Wookiee. Who didn't want that Wookiee? I'm serious. Who didn't want the Wookiee? As I'm yelling, we got a little bit. We got some time. We got some announcements to go. Cad Bane, the Wookiee. Please, Hot Toys. Please give us the Wookiee and the Cad Bane. Please. C3-PO and R2. Oh my God, I fell asleep again. Sorry about that. Because it's so goddamn boring of an announcement that I don't give a crap. We're going to pass on that. We have too many variations to C3-PO. If you need a weathered, beat-up Clone Wars version, I get it. If you're new to the game, you don't have a version, totally get that and respect that as well. Electro, you'd be crazy not to get Electro. Here's the reason why. I do believe that Electro is going to be one of those figures that I don't think a ton of people are going to buy him. And I think that it probably, after he eventually sells out and we're onwards to the next figures and people are looking for him, the market's going to be slim on those Electro figures. And that's just my personal opinion. That is what has happened with a lot of villains in the past. So Electro is probably not going to sell nearly as much as all the other mainline characters, Iron Man, Spider-Man, stuff like that. So nab him at the start, maybe even two of them down the road. Very rarely does a Hot Toys figure deteriorate in value. So Electro is the way to go. We are going thumbs up. We're gonna buy Electro 100%. You'd be crazy not to get Electro. Jamie Foxx, Spider-Man No Way Home, Electro. Come on. The hell are we? What are we? I don't even know what we are, what this means by saying that, but you should get Electro. So anyways, that's it here. That's it for us here today at Casey Toys. Next time for a buyer pass, I think we have the Terminator T800 by Present Toys coming up. But I don't have too many pictures of that yet, so I didn't have enough info to run off of. So that's it for us here today. And wait a minute, do I hear something? No, I don't.